Hey everyone, Zerms is flying high here today with the next episode of Team Area Combos, finally back, actually streaming this time. We're actually going to be talking about a couple of various topics here, but first let me introduce you to everyone that's here. I am flying high here.
And I'm Shaco Man, great to be back.
I'm Barzhad, and it's been a while.
Yep.
This is DJ Vest, back at it again.
And then we have one more, I believe, right?
You mean Iowa Wank? I'm not sure if he's yet, so.
No.
Okay, well, then we might have another guest, Haiku Link, that might join us too.
Well, we might.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yep, possibly. Okay, today's topics are here. We're going to talk about Canada Cup. We're going to talk about the controversy that happened at Canada Cup. We're going to talk basically the Marvel side and also Street Fighter V side of Canada Cup. We're going to talk about some Dragon Ball Z news and some Super Fighter Arcade Edition rumors with some wish lists from us too. So 1 second, I just realized I spelled Canada wrong. There you go. That's better. Okay, first thing, we're going to talk about Canada Cup. Basically, the Canada Cup happened this last weekend right here.
It was last week.
Yep, which had a pretty cool time right there. Some issues with the tournament, obviously, which we'll get to later. But we're going to talk about Marvel Infinite right now. Because what happened there was actually a pretty interesting thing with a new unknown player actually winning the tournament, which was Timo, who basically won the tournament with his team of Nova and Dormammu, and he beat out people like
Richard Nugent,
Dante Strider. He beat Justin Wong too, F Champ, and I believe he beat Clockwork too. Let me look at this.
He did.
Let me look at this real quick and see.
Damn, he dominated then. Holy shit.
Yeah, and also that Dormammu comeback, you know.
Okay, let's see. Timo beat Justin Wong in the winner's semis. Did he beat Richard Nguyen the first time in winners finals? Then he beat no. Richard Nguyen beat Timo, but then he came back and actually beat Justin Wong and loses finals, and then he came back and won the sets. And then in the top 16 right there, Timo beat Chris G right there to get in the top 8. It says, that means he beat Chris G, which was one of the people that actually could have win. He beat Justin Wong, which is probably one of the best players, probably the best Marvel players right now, besides, obviously Skullgirl players and other players here and there. And it says, and also Richard Nguyen right there, which was probably the person expected to win the whole thing, because he was actually very good in the tournament right there. Okay, so. His team right there, Nova and Dormammu right there, that is definitely an interesting team. Obviously, Dormammu right there is one of the best characters in the game. I probably considered one of the best character in the game.
I think he's one of the best support characters as well.
I think so too.
Yeah, because basically he has various tools right there. He has very good sets of hypers right there, very good normals. He has some of the best lockdown tools of the game right there.
Very good setups as well.
Very good setups too right there and like that. And then his Nova is actually pretty interesting. He actually uses Nova right there for instant overheads, but he also uses
making him look like a Magneto function.
Yeah, making him look
he is a Magneto function.
And also another thing that I've seen him do in the Wizard News set, that he randomly does Centurion Force right there, basically the ball super that Nova does him around to basically punish
supernova
supernova, which he uses that to punish unsafe rush down. Meaning rush, if he see the character comes out to you, he uses that super right to either punish the unsafe rush down or safely say, get the fuck off me, and like deal with the survival setup I have next. Which is actually a pretty like interesting tool. He's actually using Nova in a different way because he did that Nova Supernova Super multiple times throughout the entire set, and like I think most of them mastered it.
It kept on working,
yeah,
right?
And most of them did. So that means that's actually pretty cool right there because Supernova actually comes up pretty fast right there. So it can either trade, or it will, or he will win right there because how it is.
Yeah.
So,
because it's a hitbox surrounding his entire body and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that, and that super also allows for easy happy birthdays too. So you kind of tag setups like that.
That team can be really oppressive from what I've seen.
It is, yeah.
But other than that, I think it's pretty solid. Like Nova as like point character to just deal some chip, and then combos with Dormammu to set up charges so you can set up something they have to block. Like you could put Stalking Flare out, or you could get the Rose Garden now and then go ham with Nova mix-ups.
Yeah,
a la Magneto.
Yep, true.
So, yeah, it seems like a fairly solid team. I don't think there's anything inherently bad with it. What stone did he use off the top of my head? I don't remember.
Wait, was it
Space Stone?
Use the space.
Space side.
Space Stone right there. Which he definitely
been
did.
using.
Yeah, he definitely did use. He definitely didn't use the surge at all. But every time that he has, every time we got to like a storm right there, and he had trouble getting locking the opponent down, he would use it immediately because
Space Stone for that team sounds really fucking scary because of how fast Nova really is when he tries to make you. You're basically forced to block a Magneto mix-up essentially. It's like an assist. That's like there for like over like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. I don't even know.
True.
So if he pops Storm, there's literally no way you're gonna block all of that. If you do,
you can't.
Yeah, unless you can actually do it, because actually Richard Neward actually did punish him for using Storm at full stream because of the Strider loops. Right
there are some variables to take into account, like if you have like meter, you could encompass you with like a surrounding hitbox. If you have a DP, you could try that and then tag out.
No, you can't tag out. It's been.
Oh, you can't tag out?
No.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh shoot! I didn't know that.
You can't now.
Good to know. Shit.
Yeah.
You can I say something?
Yes. What's up?
At least your blocks are like godlike.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah, both of the players got blocks were very fucking crisp right there. Their blocks are very fucking good right there. That says,
so, what do you guys think about the Dante Strider combination in this game compared to
from the previous game?
Yeah, from the previous. Like, Nova Dormammu was a team composition you would normally never see in Marvel 3, but you would see some Dante Striders in Marvel 3.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys feel it's their synergy is compared then to now?
I think those teams are like pretty very good in this game.
That's nice, yeah.
Especially with Strider's new tools, because I know he has like new. I think the move is called Excalibur, if I'm not mistaken.
You mean that move?
Yeah, the aerial dash. That's like really good. He's able to like get some quick extenders off that. Shout outs to Clayton making those insane ass combos with the character.
Oh yeah, so all those right here.
Yeah, he made it a shit ton of cool combos. It was pretty fucking sick. So it's like combined with that, and apparently I remember hearing that Richard Nugent used some quote unquote tech where he used taunt with Strider so he could keep Ouroboros out on the screen longer or some shit.
I did actually hear that too right there. It says that actually is definitely pretty good. I did not know that taunts actually affected Super.
Well, no, because the thing is, you could do the same thing in Marvel 3. In Infinite, I'm surprised you can still do it. But the great part about it, I think, in this version of the game is you have tag. So right as you taunt with Strider, the orbs are going their direction, so they're going to be forced to block, and then you can do a quick, nasty setup with Dante, because Dante teleport, or he could dash up into low into Stinger, or whatever the fuck Dante does.
Or Dante dashed up into instant overhead.
Yeah. So I think his team is fairly solid. I don't remember. I think he has Strider in the back, right? Dante up front, Strider in the back.
Strider. Dante is what. Sorry, Dante was in the back, and Strider was up in the front, obviously.
Okay, all right. Never mind. I was thinking, wait, what?
Okay.
But yeah. So I think that honestly, any team in Marvel Infinite with the characters Dormammu and Dante are obviously going to have something they can do.
Yeah.
The synergy with these kinds of characters is just way too high. You could play someone like, I don't know, let's say a random character, Doctor Strange Dormammu or Doctor Strange Dante, and it could work out and stuff like that. I really feel like the support characters, quote unquote support characters, even though you can play them solo, are really the main stage you're gonna see. Characters like Ultron, you're gonna see Ultron, Jeddah, he's also a really good support character. Rocket Raccoon's also pretty good support.
Gamora? What about Gamora?
Gamora, I'd say she could be both, honestly.
I think Jeddah's more of a point character. Spider-Man's a point character too. Captain Marvel can be a support or a point character. Dormammu is definitely more support right there. Nova support right there. Dante can be both. Dante can definitely be both.
Oh man. The only iffy part about him they did in this game was literally anyone can play him. So it's one of the main reasons why he's really good, because he's such an all-rounder character. And anyone can just jump in and now play him. Unlike in the previous game where you actually had to sit down and actually look at what the fuck you were doing and not just do Jetstream into Tempest. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yep. So what you're saying is that we should actually make all his inputs separate inputs, like his vanilla version and Marvel.
No.
That was more of a joke. So
what they should try to do is, I don't want them. I obviously don't want them to nerf Dante. More so, I want them to just make him more difficult to play than he is right now.
Well, but basically making him have double inputs right there is something harder to play, because you have to do double inputs doing combos right there. That's more execution heavy right there, so that will make him harder to play.
I don't think the double inputs will affect much. I think they need to work. His design, even with double inputs, is still going to be about similar.
I don't
know what they could do.
Or we can make it so that his combos are harder to actually hit right there, unless you have good execution.
Well, no. They should not make it hard to hit. They should make the combos in general difficult to do. Let's say, for example, we know Dante's known for these long, stupid combos and stuff like that. Try to give the character more extensions he can do, so they're actually going to have to think on what they have to do after a certain move. You can't just keep on doing the same thing over and over and just get away with it.
Okay.
So what I want them to do is...
So limit the amount of moves, limit the certain amount of moves you can do in a combo then.
Well, limit the amount of options he can do from move to move, so he has... much more, so he has to think through the combo, so he just can't, just do a simple combo, mix up, and stuff like that.
Okay.
But that's going to be really hard to manage because of how they've designed them in this game. So, honestly, he's going to remain strong either way.
Yeah.
So there's nothing stopping that. But, seeing Richard Nugent do, the stuff with Dante, it's this character is never going away, even if
I honestly think Dante is the best character in this game at the moment. What do you think?
You know what? I wouldn't disagree, honestly. His damage is...
Dante is just user friendly.
It's basically a mix-up between Dante and Dormammu right there. Mm-hmm. That's basically
pretty much.
Pretty much. It's he's an insane support. He's an amazing point character. He does great damage. He has some okay setups for your partner. And best of all, he has so many setups for the partner to use, for taggings and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's super versatile, and in a game where it's 2v2, and with this like tag mechanic, it really benefits how he plays.
Mm-hmm.
So
and all of it, like most of his moves are like safe unblocked.
Well, here's the thing, Jaco, like that is true, but you have to remember that's almost every character in this game due to how the mechanics work.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, but I know what you're trying to get at. Like moves like Jetstream, you would never do in Marvel 3, but now in like fucking Infinite, you can just let it rip.
Yeah,
and
you
can just get out scat free and stuff like that. So I get what you're getting at, because like his most punishable moves are actually like are able to be safe, which is ridiculous like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, maybe if they change like how his moves can be like punished and stuff like that. I really don't want them to nerf his hitboxes. I've already dealt with that shitty life in Marvel 3. I don't need to deal with it in Infinite. So I'd be very glad if they don't touch that. I don't know what they can do to fix him. His design in this game was just generally too strong. He's generally going to be a strong character because of how the character works anyway.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to balance him without actually nerfing him, which is a sad point. I mean, like, but here's the thing. They nerfed Zero, quote unquote, but Zero's still Zero. He's still an insane... He's still an insane character. And, well, he's not as insane in Marvel 3, where he's super oppressive, but he can still do Zero stuff, and he seems like a new character almost.
He does.
He's new tools with Buster and stuff like that. Okay. But anyway, derailing on that, grand finals for what's it called? Canada Cup for MVCI was pretty gay. Yeah, it was pretty gay. Mm-hmm. But the only thing I guess we can bring this up now that I didn't like was Killer Kai not making it to top 8 or top 16. I don't remember.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
I really wanted to see him really play with this team, and I really wanted to see Richard Nguyen versus Killer Kai, but sadly that was going to happen, but because of a certain mishap, it didn't. Zerms, can you go into a little bit of detail of what happened to Killer Kai in the brackets?
Yeah, you can do it now.
Yeah, I would do that. Then afterwards, I actually do want to go back to Canada Cup after this because I actually want to talk about 2 other things real quick on that. But after we talk about this, okay. Basically, what happened is that during Saturday right there of the Canada Cup, when the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite pools were happening, earlier on the day right there, Quackbot entered the tournament right there. He got basically limited pretty early on, but something happened right there that later on during the tournament, a friend of his right there, or a female FZ member called Holy Trollbag, I believe, like that.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, basically,
what a name!
Basically, into the tournament 2 right there, but because of a stick issue right there, that she couldn't literally play the game because how her stick is, and she couldn't use any controller. Basically, couldn't play the game. You know,
question. I got a question. What kind of fight stick is it?
It was a certain gauge right there, fight stick, which was a old.
So
it was an old. I think it was
old. It's one of those American joysticks, but you use it when you're. They're not the old Marvel 2 ones. Those one of those.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and those sticks were out of freaking.
But wait, so her stick broke down. So why didn't she borrow someone else's stick or controller?
Why not?
It says, well, from what I've been hearing right there, the reason why she couldn't borrow anyone else because of the gate right there. You know, the actual stick right there is a certain type of it right there, which she only is used to
square gate. I mean, I don't think that's still no.
That's her reason right there. That was her reason.
I don't think that's a good reason, because if your stick breaks down, you're gonna have to play on another controller, whether it be someone else's stick or a pad.
Not enter the tournament.
or just drop out, I guess, and just enjoy.
Yeah. Okay.
So why did this happen again?
okay. So let's go back to it right there. Which because of an issue with this, he walked out the Quackbot right there, aka PC Marvel God, and asked her to please take her place. I ain't got.
You mean him? Wait, Quackbot's a chick or?
No. Quackbot is a guy.
All right.
Basically, she went to Quackbot, aka PC Marvel God, and asked him to take her spot, which he left it agreed right there because he thought that, in his words, that he would get eliminated early on, so it wouldn't matter. But he actually went pretty decently into the pool right there, and he actually won.
So, but here's the problem. So, this was a lot to happen because TOs of the pool said it was okay and good to go or something like that.
No. Like basically, what
they didn't know about this.
They didn't.
They didn't know about. They literally noticed right as it was happening. Is what you're telling me?
Pretty much.
They noticed after the pool was actually done in the first place.
Okay. Now I remember. You just made me remember.
Yeah,
that was the reason why Killer Kai had to redo his pool because it was invalid, so he had to run through all of his matches all over again, apparently.
Bullshit.
And then he fought the same dude who he beat in order to get into top 16 or 8, I don't remember. But he ended up losing. And I just was like, wow, what just happened? I thought he beat him. Why didn't he move on and something like that? And then we got this huge outbreak against Quackbot. All these threats going to him, which I don't think should have happened at all, and stuff like that. I honestly think this was like something that could have been avoided, but for some odd reason it happened anyway. But in terms of like there had to be a punishment for it, and from what I saw, it was a lifelong ban from Capcom Cup, apparently.
Wasn't what actually I heard is that both of them are like banned from Canada Cup.
Indefinitely,
they're both banned from Canada Cup indefinitely.
But I think that's a little too harsh, especially for like something like because the same thing. Like we have to remember, the same thing happened at Evo. Like if I can remember, brackets.
What Evo?
Yeah, this Evo, this year, 2017. So let me give an example for Blaze Blue, alright? So, because I was just watching the Blaze Blue pools and tournaments and stuff like that for like the top final. So basically what happened was setups at Evo 2017 throughout. I think there was shit going on with Tekken 2 and other games where like shit was going messed up. But basically, if you want context, like right away, if you plugged in a headset into the console, controllers would disconnect. Wired controllers would disconnect. There was like a power issue apparently with the TVs and consoles, so it wasn't flowing properly. So controller inputs would be delayed, or controllers would not be picked up at all.
Okay, that's kind of crazy.
And apparently, because of this issue, it was noticed a little too late. They had to redo some of the bracket where what's it face? So people were sent to losers because of this problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, okay, we're just redoing this all over again. So the people who were sent to losers were sent back to winners so they could redo their matches, however. But one of the players, SKD, Super Kawaii Desu, you might know him as probably the best Blaze Blue player in America. He was stuck in losers, even though he was knocked down to losers prior to, like, you know, the discovery of, like, this power issue and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The excuse that the TOs gave to him was he was too far into the losers bracket, so he just had to stay in losers bracket and just play like that. Even though other players who were in losers bracket, just like him, were sent back to winners to play their matches all over again. Mm.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
This is, you know, definitely messed
up. And then sadly, SKD ended up getting knocked out of the tournament, and yeah, that's basically the gist of what happened. It really wasn't a great time for anybody. Even the Japanese players had some issues with. Well, the issues got cleared up by the time I think it got to finals, like Evo's finals, like at Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pools was abysmal to say the least. Honestly, I think it's. I remember seeing people not wanting to go to Evo just because of how Pools were handled so poorly. But
Wow,
that's
man.
yeah. I mean, it's not like a big issue, but it's just something to know. I think that's one of the main reasons why I saw someone saying that quote unquote Quackbot also did it at Evo, which I doubt he did.
He did not. No.
Yeah, I don't think he did either, because that would be some messed up shit if there was bracket mishaps everywhere. I think there probably was. There might have been bracket mishap with Tekken too, because I heard there were some issues going on with their pools as well, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, stuff like this happens. Honestly, the option for like banning them indefinitely from Canada Cup is a little too far. I think maybe Holy Order Troll should get a little bit more of a severe. Well, then again, they're both equal.
No, it's they both are fault right there. Obviously, right there,
Yeah,
the Crackbot's accepted in the first place right there, and he should be mostly at fault for accepting it. But Holy right there should have been at fault right there because she should have known that this thing like that. I don't know what. It's the reason why she like asked in the first place because she does it always at locals, and all locals are fine. Well, this is not a local.
It's not a local. It's like for Battle for the Stones, you know.
Okay.
It's like
Okay, so.
But yeah, other than that, it was a shitty situation. Guys, don't go like sending death threats or whatever to people. They're at fault. They've been apologizing, so yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, it was just an unavoidable event.
Okay.
So anyway, let's get back on topic to Capcom Cup.
No, actually, we're gonna talk.
I wanted to say something, but
oh yeah, go on ahead.
Yeah, you can say something.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think, in my opinion, that yes, they should be banned because one, it's first of all, Quackbox is sponsored by XER Esports, something like that.
Yeah.
See that representing a company, and he does something shady like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where you're getting at.
He should be stripped out of his sponsorship. 1, 2. Yes, he should be banned from all tournaments. Well, Canada Cup he did indefinitely, right? Okay, well that's good, but he should be banned all the tournaments throughout the whole year.
Okay, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair to be banned from
Well,
I wouldn't say all tournaments though.
Well, actually, technically, right now, like Canada Cup was the last freaking big tournament for basically Capcom Cup. So basically, what they should actually do right there was actually probably ban him at the start of the next season right there to actually do it because since Capcom Cup, the Canada Cup, what that's the last major thing. There's only that and then Capcom Cup. He if he don't want to do anything, he had to be banned for the next part of the next season. Obviously Capcom actually had not made their decision yet because it was a Marvel major right there and it is sponsored by Capcom. So Capcom has not given any issue for that yet. If he can actually play in any major tournament sponsored by Capcom right there.
Right. See, he should be banned. For the next season, he should be banned completely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, because you're talking about a lot of people who travel so far, spend so much money, and just to get backstab or just
like
someone. He shouldn't get special treatment just because he admitted to his mistakes. I get what you're getting at.
Right, but also, see, Canada Cup should issue Elverling his full refund back, all of the expenses, even airfare as well.
No, man. That's what you know. This similar issue has happened before because at NorCal Regionals in 2015 or something like that, I believe Kazunoko right there had the same issue where he won his match in top 16 or so, but then they found out they were playing the wrong version of the game.
Wait, what?
Wait, when was this?
In 2015 at SoCal Regionals.
This year?
No, it was like 2015. It was in
Wait, are you serious? Are you telling me?
Yeah, no, I'm serious right there. It happened like
Zerm,
2015.
what was the match again? Who was playing again? Because I was.
It was Kazunoko versus someone else. But he actually won that match to get in the top 8. But because of them playing on the wrong type of situation right there, it was because of the situation where they actually played on the wrong version right there. They had to redo top 16 right there.
How was it? Well, why would they? What?
Because they played on the wrong version, like in that side of the pool. Meaning, like the
How?
How the hell?
because they didn't operate the console right there. That's
You
basically.
kidding me?
Besides, I'm not kidding you.
Okay, I'm just going to add to that part. SoCal Regionals have so many issues like that before. Even Chris G did mention about some shady stuff that has been happening in the SDR,
but that's that issue did get solved right there because John Troy, basically the runner of that thing, basically paid him right there to paid him right there his full expenses right there and also a flight right there so that. Because he obviously lost right there and he didn't win, but because he also that right there, because of that he was able to actually get a secure spot the next segment, and then I believe he won Capcom Cup, I believe, in 2015 or so. So
that is actually wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Remember,
So we all about that too.
Let me correct you. It wasn't John. It was not
John Troy.
No,
it's not John Cho. It was VAE who did it. Who
Right?
Alex VAE?
No,
It was
Valet should be SoCal, no Southern, SCR right there. I was saying NCR, which should be John Choi.
Oh, John Choi, NCR. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
NCR.
Sorry about that.
It wasn't an SCR, it was NCR.
Okay.
Yeah, but the major issue with this right here is that NCR was it was an error on their part. On Canada Cup, it was a clear issue that they didn't experience for, even though it was Capcom's fault right there for not properly taking care of it right there. It still wasn't their fault because it was a player that should have done it in the first place right there.
Honestly, I don't think there's a way to deal with this, what's it called? Very effectively. Players are just gonna have to be professional about this and not stoop to this.
Okay,
players and TOs, I guess, as well, because TOs are also in the wrong. I don't know.
Okay, basically, I looked at the summary that Killer Kai has brought right there. Basically, from what the Capcom rep said to him right there, that he has to replay the summaries after that. Basically, from what he said, because he beat Crapback again right there, and everything is that they had to replay the entire pool, and they didn't want to actually give basically a well-known player an advantage right there. They wanted to see the spoiling a such a player with it, so that's why they had to replay the entire pool out again. Because they didn't want to give him a special treatment, right? To make him seem like Capcom was getting him, a special treatment while giving the staff to all the other players. So that's why they do it. But from one of the looks I got here, he said that because he beat Joe P in winners already, and he fought him again in winners, he actually still won that. But if he won his semifinal, if he lost his semifinals match, which is the semifinals match was the Crackbot match in particular. So if they redo the semifinals match and he lost that, then that would make sense. He'd be totally fine with that. But for one to know, he actually won that match, but then lost to Joe P, which is the player that he won in the first place to get.
He beat. Yeah.
Yeah. What's right there? That right there is. I don't know why they didn't actually go with James Chen suggested right there. Actually go with that route, because James Chen suggested that if he wins the semifinal match to move on no matter what, because he already beat
No, because the funny thing is about that. That's what happened at Evo as well.
Yeah.
Like the story I mentioned with Blaze Blue, where SKD wasn't put back into winners because he was already too far into the losers bracket. So I have no idea why they didn't do the same for Killer Kai.
They should have,
Basically, if you want to say it right there, it's basically they didn't want to give him any special treatment right there. That actually, dude, that's basically what Killer Kai
special, but
no.
It's I definitely see why Kaken didn't want to do it right there, because they've been put on like blast before for giving like top players special treatment before, and they don't want to keep on doing that. But in
they should do that for Killer Kai.
But at the same time, right there, like James suggested, made sense, and I think like Joe P would probably have been fine with it too. Right there, the player that he actually played against right there. Because he did lose once right there, so he probably would have accepted it. Well, even though Joe P might have said no, I want to have another chance, but
yeah. I mean, overall, this whole incident is just something ends up happening at these tournaments, whether it be good or bad, and it always starts some kind of
messy,
drama or whatever goes down.
Quote unquote drama.
there always has to be something to go about. Overall, I think the situation was pretty bad, and I feel as though hopefully TOs and players can learn from this and not attempt hope a situation like this happens again, because that's very unprofessional, especially since
for Quackbuck,
sports.
Yeah, both of them are like idiots. Like 100% idiots. I'm sorry, but
basically it was just handled poorly right there, but not very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we're done with this. Let's go on to something else.
Okay, let's go back to Canada Cup again real quick. But actually for the fools right there, we're gonna talk about some hype moments for the tournaments that we remembered. In the grand finals right there, set right there, the hypest moment probably was the freaking double KO that happened in it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I caught that too.
That was like the hypest freaking moment right there, because that's like the first double KO I ever seen in a tournament.
Yeah, everyone went ape shit.
And also that's actually the first double KO I saw in Marvel Infinite right there.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty freaking
and tournament play, which is also even crazier to think about, because it usually happens like in casuals or something like that.
Yeah.
But it happened on screen.
It did. Yeah. Grand finals, last match.
Right
but I don't know what I was to be excited. I think I wasn't hyped at all. I was hyped for MVCI, but I think the other games caught my attention because of a certain player doing really well throughout the tournament, and I think we'll know who that is when we get to the Street Fighter V results.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. The other thing I actually want to talk about is they revealed the Mind Stone of what it does right there for Teemo.
Oh, did they? I actually don't know what it does.
Okay, basically the Mind Stone was revealed during the top 8 right there, which whoever wins it there gets to actually pick their opponent's team.
I remember. Oh my god!
What's right now? That is actually the most powerful stone right there.
No, you wanna know the best part? Why couldn't GC Yoshi get that stone?
Who?
GC Yoshi. Remember Raw S?
Yes.
Raw S, the player.
Raw S,
Why? JC Yoshi needs to freaking fight Teemo in Capcom Cup, and he has to say, "You could be playing Dante freaking Don Mamba," and JC Yoshi would be like, "Thank you, father."
Thank you. Here, have some Spencer and Chris. Have fun with that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Have fun with Wii U Frank West.
Yes.
That stone is so messed up. Holy cat! No, you know what this is? This is like the Ginyu function. They're trying to add a body swap.
Oh,
yes. But right now, all the stones actually look pretty freaking good. But I don't right now. Mind Stone and Power Stone are probably the two most powerful.
Oh no, I really want Power Stone and Mind Stone to be in Grand Finals.
Finals.
Dude uses Mind Stone, so the person who has Power Stone has to switch teams. Dude uses Power Stone and tries to do a hit stun decay combo with the team he doesn't know how to play. That would be so wild.
Okay, you know what? I also have a question, guys. Do we know what Reality Zone does yet?
They didn't reveal it yet. So.
Okay, so that's probably the final zone that has to be revealed.
It's this week at some tournament.
Actually, thinking of how random Reality Stone is, I'm kind of scared what in God's name it's actually going to do.
So thinking about this, like the maybe.
Oh my! Wait, is there a stone? Is there a stone that lets you automatically win the game?
No.
Okay.
No. Actually, mine's still probably the stone for you then.
No. I mean, like you activate Reality Stone, you win one round.
Oh god.
So it's like 1-0. So let's say you're in grand finals and you're in the winner bracket,
and it's like 2-2.
Yeah, it's 2-2. Reality Stone, you just won the tournament.
Yep.
Yo, that would be so. You know what? I would love to hear some boos because of that, but I really want to see the dude who activates that stone with the biggest smile on his face.
I want to see that too.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so right now we don't know what Reality Stone does yet with the, and I believe that's going to be the final stone to be revealed right there.
Revealed, yeah. And then we got Capcom Cup in is it December?
Yeah, Capcom at the PlayStation Experience.
Yeah. Okay, that's what
we will find out more info about Street Fighter V there, most likely. You know, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, and probably more DLC news, probably for Marvel's Capcom Infinite right there. With the there's probably gonna be a reveal trailer for basically the other three characters, which is Venom, Black Widow, and
the Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier, yeah. Okay, which we find out soon enough. Okay, but next, let's go talk about some Dragon Ball Fighters.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, yes.
Which there's been some, like, good personal news right now, which basically it's like new footage right there.
There's a ton of footage out for the game.
Yeah, for Dragon Ball Fighters.
To give some context on what footage has come out yet, I don't remember the exact details, but there was a stream that showcased accidentally the mechanic we didn't know about, and DLC for Xenoverse 2, but we're not talking about Xenoverse 2, it's about Dragon Ball Fighters. Mm-hmm. So there's some footage from that stream of Ginyu and Nappa and Yamcha and Tien going at it.
Yeah.
So that's where most of the Ginyu Nappa footage came from, and then the other footage that's recent came from a French tournament. I don't remember what tournament it was, but recently there was a tournament that had Dragon Ball Fighters, and it was streamed. I don't remember what build it was exactly, but I do know that there's new footage of the game. I don't know what exact changes there are. It's probably the same as the old build that we've been playing on, the build without Yamcha, Tien, and Nappa, and Ginyu.
Probably. Because I believe at least some of them characters are not complete yet. Because I know one of the people.
No, actually, apparently, from what I've heard, Yamcha and Tien are complete now. Apparently, because
because I remember like a week ago
because Yamcha and Tien were incomplete when they were announced. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Well,
back when they were revealed, they were like work in progress.
I remember a video a week ago that they didn't have the sound effects for the level 3s done.
Yeah. But now we're seeing more Yamcha moves. Like he's has a Yun dive kick.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yun launch kicks and stuff like that.
Yeah. So he definitely looks like he is Dragon Ball Z's Yun right there. Probably.
Oh no. Honestly, he seems to be one of the best characters in the game. Ironically, as well.
Yes.
Just like in prior, because fun fact, in prior DBZ games, Yamcha was actually one of the best characters in the game. If I had to remember one game, I think it was Dragon Ball Z Infinite World on the PlayStation 2, where Yamcha was actually the best character in the game. So history's being repeated in the sense that Yamcha might end up being one of the more stronger characters.
In my opinion.
Yep, true. Okay, for one, it looks like TN right there.
He actually got a new super.
He did.
Okay, so Do you guys know? Have you all, any of you watched Z?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
right there.
so do you guys remember the Saiyan Saga, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Chaozu?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what he did to Nappa? Got on his back.
We all know that. Yes.
Yup, that move is a super for TN. You can
Yes.
cause Chaozu to self-destruct on your opponent.
Yes, that's
And
so
you want to
amazing.
know? And you want to know the messed up part about the move?
What is?
Instead of Chaozu going like coming out in front of TN, he actually comes from the other side of the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, the other side?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so you're actually gonna have to like block it the other way instead of holding back. If you hold back, you're gonna get hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's like a cross up,
It is a
basically.
cross up then. Huh.
Yeah, but you can dodge it. I have seen Nappa or something jump over it or block it. But if it hits, apparently Tien won't be able to use Chaozu throughout the entirety of the match. Apparently,
Okay, so it's like that then.
Okay.
Tien has moves where Chaozu does specific stuff with his psychic abilities and stuff like that. If I remember right.
Okay. That's pretty interesting right there. And
That's pretty much all we know so far for Yamcha and Tien, what they have. I mean, we got more details on Yamcha's level 3 because we finally got to see it in action.
True.
But other than that, I think the main highlight of the streams were people finally getting to see Nappa and Ginyu. And they're like really what they were shown to be.
Yeah, like Nappa right there actually has his new Cyberman right there that he can use right there to actually control space in the ground right there. Since he is small moving character, he can actually
the finger explosion is like a really good move. Cybermen's are amazing. Nappa is like a tank, and yet he can just summon stuff like if I have to give an example from another Arc System Works game, like Jacko from Guilty Gear Xrd, where you can just summon Cybermen and just like stay back and just let the Cybermen deal with you, and you're just gonna have to force your way in, stuff like that. Which is really weird for like Nappa, who's this heavy, bulky character, and this heavy-hitting powerhouse to have as an ability. So I feel he's a really unique character, and he's one of the stronger characters in the game as well.
Yep.
And oh my god, I thought Ginyu was gonna be good, but
whoa.
But Ginyu definitely looks pretty freaking dang good, and
they literally went all out with Ginyu's aesthetic.
They did.
Yeah.
Like, remember when back then, last TXE aerial or team aerial combos, I went over Ginyu and what he could do.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually controls all the Ginyu Force. Basically, through his special moves input, he'll summon one of the 4 members of the Ginyu Force to do an attack. If I have to remember correctly, the moves we saw were, I'm going to go by names. I'm assuming everyone who knows about fighters is a DBZ fan. Raccoon did his famous eraser gun, from what it seems.
Yeah.
And it's a fairly fast, really good beam. Berter did like this weird anti-air fast-paced attack where he zips across the screen and stuff like that at a very fast rate. I think Goldo used his time ability in some fashion. I don't remember how exactly he used it, but that was a factor. And Jice used his Crusher Ball. And also, Jice and Berter could also team up to do their famous what was it? Purple Flash Attack?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
What's the day for?
However, a lot of people, because of Team 4-Star now, recognize it as the seizure procedure. If anyone's watched Team 4-Star.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. Ginyu, and okay, so let me go over so I really don't want to say this move name. So one of his level 1 supers is a returning move, aka known as Milky Cannon. Milky Cannon is one of his level 1 supers, and it's basically just huge Ki Blast, basically. A purple huge Ki Blast. And yes, it is called Milky Cannon.
Milky Cannon.
That's what it's been called from the games, and that's what I can assume is what the move is.
Hey, you want my Milky Wave?
Yeah. Other than that, I think that's the only super we saw. I don't know if he has another one, but the important super is Body Change. How does it work? So we got some detail on how it worked. Basically, Body change is a unique level 3, where in the fact it's like takes a long startup to activate, like Android 16's one-hit command grab, where you die with like 1 grab, you're dead, and stuff like that. With Ginyu, it's about the same process where he's getting up to the animations to set up the body change to begin with. Now, the good thing about the body change in the game, you can block it. It's not unblockable. So rest assured, you're not going to be forced to switch with Ginyu and stuff like that. However, the beam from the body change is actually relatively pretty fast.
Is it? Huh?
Yeah, it's not like very fast, but it's like pretty fast, where I think some people will figure out how to combo into it with certain setups and stuff like that.
Oh no!
Yeah. So I think it's at like the right speed where that can happen. Now here's what happens. This is the messed up part about the body change.
I know about it.
So once you body change, the Ginyu, like the opponent who controls Ginyu now, cannot call the Ginyu force at all, and cannot also do body change.
That's fucked up. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
that's fucked up right there. That is pretty fucked up.
However, I have no idea if the opponent, like you yourself, like the character you control now, like, because he's Ginyu now, basically. Like, let's say I body change with Nappa. Ginyu's now Nappa, Nappa's now Ginyu. I don't know if Nappa can do body change again and switch back to Ginyu. Because, like, let's say, for example, Ginyu does the body change, and then Nappa's getting his ass kicked by Ginyu. So then Nappa does body change to get back to Ginyu and kills Nappa. Yeah. So I don't know if that's a thing. I have a weird feeling that their level 3 might change, or I think they might be taking it like the easy route where that won't be like a mind game thing. I really hope they do make it like that, so there's a chance where you can get your character back because there's some like mind game behind to it. It's like, oh shoot, I'm about to die with this character. Let's try to combo into body change with this character and stuff like that. Yes, because in the show, Ginyu has proven to be able to do body change from other bodies. Like a famous scene was in Z in the Frieza saga was Ginyu was in Goku's body and he was about to swap bodies with Vegeta. However, this was avoided as Goku threw a frog, and Ginyu instead changed the body with the frog. Now, I don't know if they might do this as a gag. I really doubt this. It would be really dickish if they did. Where, if the Ginyu tried to change bodies with the, what's it called? The, like, you know, the one they swap with, like your Nappa Ginyu, and you tried to do the body change, and if they, like, you know, if it doesn't hit, there might be a chance you might turn into a frog or something like that. Yeah. Because you tried to be greedy and you tried to go back to, like, your original body and stuff like that. So maybe there might be some sort of punishment to, like, how body changes used. Yep. But it's too early to say how they're going to handle this level 3, so I feel as though they're just going to keep it simple, where you just swap characters and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there's also another thing. It could be, they could add like an Easter egg depending on how, like, maybe if.
Oh yeah.
Basically,
definitely.
It happens if you try to do it on Vegeta while you have Goku on your team with as a sister. That's
gonna be pretty weird. But I feel as though they're gonna just do that in general because it would be really unfair if it was only certain characters. But it would be cool reference, honestly.
Yeah,
so I think if they would add that mechanic, they would have to do it for every single character because that just wouldn't be fair. Because then if you see Ginyu, you're gonna have to counterpick to like Vegeta and Goku or something like that.
Something like that.
And stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Then okay. Next part right there is the Dragon Ball effect that they just revealed.
Okay.
During
now I can explain this one pretty well from what we have seen so far. So earlier from the Yamcha Tien scan and some footage we got that wasn't supposed to come out, we noticed that you could collect Dragon Balls with some sort of requirement and stuff like that. Earlier, we assumed it was the amount of hits you did in the combo, a certain amount of hits to get you a certain number of Dragon Balls. Apparently, this was not the case, as recently we just get... we don't know how they're gotten. From what we saw, it just seemed random. people have been trying to find out how they were getting Dragon Balls, and apparently it's from using auto combos and stuff like that.
Auto combos? Huh.
Yeah, using the in-game auto combos in order to collect the Dragon Balls. Yeah. And now, once you get all 7, it's exactly as what we thought it was going to do. It was going to summon Shenron, but we wouldn't know what was going to happen. Like, what they were going to do with this kind of mechanic. Were they going to get a buff? But they went above and beyond, because apparently you can choose your buff.
Uh-huh.
And the best part, apparently, it seems like you do it more than once.
Oh, no.
Because, okay, so there was 4 choices we saw, which was, to just say, I'm not going to say, like, the spiel. I'm just going to say what they do. Except for one, because we don't know what the other one does. So, we have one that recovers in, like, a dead ally. So, like, if a character's dead, you can revive them on the spot.
Okay.
You could choose to recover health in general. So, if you're low on health, you can just recover it. Then the other option is to do with Sparking Blast, where you have Sparking Blast is like, think of it as like the X factor of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what I assume it might do is you have infinite Sparking Blast. I guess.
Maybe, or maybe you get your Sparking Blast back. That could be it.
That could be also a thing. I assume so, but you can only use it once per match. But that's the thing. What happens if you already have Sparking Blast, but you haven't used it? Do you have 2 Sparking Blasts you can use or something like that?
Maybe.
We don't know. We haven't seen it in execution. And the third one is very infamous because of the meaning of the translation. Give me immortality. Now, this sounds really, really busted, because if you think of how it sounds, it basically means you lost. We win. But no, from what I saw from the picture, if you guys know the blue health, right? The health you can slowly recover. Mm-hmm. Apparently, from what I heard, is the damage you get dealt isn't red damage, it's blue damage, meaning you can recover that health. And that's what I guess it's basically going by immortality. So in order to kill them, you actually have to end them with like one combo. Otherwise, if they tag out, they're going to recover all that health you just took from them and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And now there was one important thing to note in the throughout all of this. In the middle, you saw 1, meaning you could only have 1 wish. So I'm thinking there might be some variable where you could have 2 to 3 wishes. Because in the series, the maximum wishes we saw in Dragon Balls is 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So think about it. Let's think about it. If someone had 3 wishes, they were able to recover their dead allies, recover all of their health, and make them quote-unquote invincible, or have another Sparking Blast or whatever. That's going to be ridiculous, and it's going to cause... And the funny thing is, apparently people are even disgusted this mechanic is even a thing, but I have one thing to explain about this that people don't understand. The battle director for this game made Persona 4 Arena, or that series. That series is notorious for being very, very broken, even more broken than Marvel. It's a fighting game that's even more broken than Marvel.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, it's because you die up one single touch right there, and basically one touch in that game.
There's a lot of mechanics in that game that are really, really dumb and stupid, and that's a factor too with one-touch combos and stuff like that. But there's all sorts of things that just make it broken. The characters are ridiculous, the system mechanics are insane, the damage they dish out is you already know, 1 hit and you're almost basically dead depending on the game. This mechanic is pretty tame from Persona, but I mean overall this game looks very wild. You're seeing a character like Yamcha probably able to beat like Super Saiyan Blue Gokus and Super Saiyan Blue Vegetas and stuff like that.
He might be like top 5 for sure. Yamcha.
Yeah. So it's like I don't think like people should ban this. Honestly, I think people are like very quick to the gun because this is the same thing that led to the quote unquote DLC backlash because it's just like it didn't even get revealed. We just saw it, and we don't even know what it would exactly do in a match. So I wouldn't say you would ban it like just like that, just because. Oh no, you can't do that. That's retarded. We're banning this right now. It's like, no, calm down. We don't know anything about this. Once we get more knowledge, and it's apparently really broken, we should turn it off. But no, that's not gonna happen. It's a mechanic. It's a mechanic that's gonna stay in the game. It's not. And one of the complaints I think people brought up is, oh my god, we're gonna have to see Shenron being summoned every single time you get 7 Dragon Balls. That's gonna be so annoying. But what people fail to realize is, I mean, so you can watch a level 3 or from Street Fighter 5, or I mean a critical art from Street Fighter 5, a level 3 from Marvel Infinite. This is basically about the same thing, just that you have a choice. It's basically like, let's say, to give a good example in terms of fighting games, it's like when players go to character select, right? Mm-hmm. After they win the match, they'll go to character select, recollect themselves. It's basically like that, but in the middle of a match, where you're gonna have to recollect yourself because you're gonna have to deal with some kind of bullshit because of the Dragon Ball's like effects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what they can do to the match.
Yes, you do have to
overall, it's gonna be really helpful for this game's life growth. Honestly.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's going to be a really important mechanic in the long run, and it's going to be very enjoyable to see what it does as well in terms for combo games and stuff like that, where you could get like I'm thinking because like it freezes the screen and stuff like that. So I'm assuming when Shenron, like you could do combos where you could set up to 7 Dragon Balls. Shenron comes out and you get another sparking burst. And then what you do, you pop that another sparking burst, and then you can continue the combo or some crazy thing like that.
Maybe.
Because like it goes back and like the players are still at their original spots. I don't know if like anything specific will happen where they can't move or whatever, but it would be really cool to see Shenron combos, I guess.
Yeah.
So other than that, yeah, we don't know too much about Dragon Balls other than you literally can have a wish in game, and yeah, it's going to be pretty ridiculous to see how that goes in matches. Yep. And now we get on to the one of the points that people really disliked about Fighters. So as we found out about the release date of Dragon Ball Fighters, which was January 26th in 2018 for the US, we also found out that the game was be getting a season pass. The season pass would be featuring 8 new characters to the roster. And what people were jumping to the gun is, oh my god, this game is garbage. It has a season pass. It's like, I understand the outburst of why this is like, bad and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And people are assuming, oh, they're not done with the game. They just should have, like, just waited to release this and not rush it out. But people fail to realize this game isn't being rushed out at all, like Street Fighter 5 or Marvel Infinite. This game has been in development for a while because the way they've make these characters in Exard takes a while.
And so big up animations.
So they must have been working on this for a pretty long time. So these characters have been already decided, and they've probably been hard at work on making them to be a reality and stuff like that.
Yes.
So they can meet their deadline. The reason why it's being released as a season pass is so they can maybe
make more money in the long run, so they can actually help keep supporting this game down the line. Because that's basically the major issue right there with the thing. Obviously, right there, like everything costs development costs. Right the game costs obviously $60 right there, and that game had a huge development costs that they need to like try to offset the cost with how you buy the game right there.
On how
it says. Is your mic messed up? I see it now. The freaking first chat is like very low.
Outside the game as well.
Okay, the voice channel right there is actually like I was a little bit low, so that's why it's still messing up right now. It's still messing up right now. There's like
pass.
Is it good?
No, I think Barzhad's just messing up right now. Yeah, it's just Barzhad, I think. Unless it's all you guys. Guys, can you talk? Can you all you guys talk real quick?
Hello?
Hello?
The season pass for a long time.
DZVest? Jacob, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
yeah, go right ahead.
Must be Barzhad. If you can hear me right there, you're messing up badly right now. I think it's on your end at the moment.
Oh, really? Wait, did you actually hear?
No, I did not hear. Like, I didn't hear about the last minute.
Okay.
Wait, what the hell happened?
I don't know. Even Zerms was freaking out. But basically, to sum it up, in basically the collector's edition does not come with the season pass or the anime soundtrack.
Yep.
I mean, it's not really dumb because the figure that comes with the Ultimate Edition is like $70 on its own. 70 or 80
yeah,
bucks.
And
you guys, you have to remember the same thing happened with Tekken 7. The collector's edition for Tekken 7 did not come with the season pass at all.
Oh, it did it? Huh.
Yeah. Fun fact, it did in some regions, right? Like, I think in Europe they got it with the season pass, but in America we did not get the collector's edition with the season pass.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. If you really want the season pass, then you should just opt to buy the game with the season pass. If you really want that statue, then you should buy the collector's edition that comes with the statue. It's generally what you want to use your money on, basically.
Yeah.
And some people bring up the argument of like, maybe I don't want the season pass. Maybe I don't want to play as these DLC characters, but in the long run, you're probably gonna have to end up, playing these characters. Yeah, it's like there's nothing avoiding playing these characters.
You're gonna have to buy it.
Yeah, you don't have to buy it right there, but you're just gonna be missing out with that too, right there, because obviously there's probably gonna be some like one of the characters that you really want to play coming as DLC right there. But here's the thing. People are saying they want to buy them the characters individually. I say that's a bad idea. I'd rather say people should get obviously they're probably going to release the characters individually right there. The season pass everything at once. I
would rather them just bundle it all together in the season pass. So
it's going to happen. It's going to happen for every single game right there. That there's going to be characters that don't.
Yeah, I guess it's unavoidable.
It happens in every fighter right there. So people that.
This outburst was unneeded, honestly. I think the game is still going to do very well, even though it has a season pass. It's shown a lot of promise, and I'm really mad that the hype is being killed just because of this DLC or whatever.
Yeah,
the main reason why there was actually backlash against it is because the game hasn't came out yet and announced DLC. That was the main.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
That was the main issue that people were having problems with the DLC getting announced early. Which I'm fine with DLC right there, obviously. But
here's the thing.
I like DLC announced after the game was finished right there. Because then you get excited, it's like, oh my god, DLC.
But Zerms, I can give you 2 examples of games that did like the same thing Fighters did. And I mean, obviously, I think we already know MVCI did this as well,
and also
and stuff like that. But people were fine with that because we know Sigma was coming. But for the longest time, we didn't know who the last 2 characters were. Well, we knew Black Panther was coming. We didn't know Monster Hunter was coming. We only knew Monster Hunter was coming because of a leak and stuff like that.
Yes.
And to go into more other detail, another Namco Bandai game, Tekken 7, also had its season pass revealed before the game came out.
You got a good point.
Yeah. And but to support their claim on the season pass, they released a timeline on how we're going to get this content. So, like in this specific month, we were going to get Tekken Bowling with new costumes and stuff like that, and then the other month, we're going to get Geese Howard with his stage and his own customizable doohickey so you could like dress him up and play dress up with Geese Howard.
Yeah.
And then the final character, whoever the heck that is, probably going to be announced next week next week.
Wait, next week?
Because because the Tekken World Tour is going on.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
So yeah, possibly the character is gonna be teased, the new one, and we're gonna get a release date for Geese Howard at that tournament as well, because apparently Geese Howard is going to be playable at Tekken World Tour. So that's a different story. Jumping back to the DLC, so they've laid out a plan for how the DLC is gonna work. I feel as though they're going to do the same things for fighters, where they're going to lay out a plan to show us how we're going to get these characters and stuff like that, which I think is like a good compromise, because it gives the game more life, I feel, when like new characters come out. Because like, to give an example, Street Fighter V Between My Friends is usually dead, but whenever a new character comes out, it gets some life. Like, they start to play it again, but then it starts to die down again. And then when another character gets revealed, same thing happens, etc. So, it's like, it's good in a way, but at the same time, it's bad if it's used wrong, I guess.
Yeah, yep, true. Says, which I do have another point right there. People probably are still like having a bad taste in the mode because of DLC right there, because of the DLC fiasco for Street Fighter Cross Tekken right there, because of the on disc DLC right there.
But I don't think this is on disc DLC in my opinion.
I know, but the main reason people like didn't actually like it right there, because that DLC was done beforehand, like, you know, way beforehand right there. And obviously, you know, the major issue was it was on the disc right there.
But here's the thing that people should realize. The quote-unquote DLC characters that are going to be in Fighter on launch is not the Season Pass character. I don't think people have realized that it's actually the Super Saiyan Blue versions of Goku and Vegeta.
We know that those characters are going to be just unlocked right there when we actually play the story mode, whatever.
However, they're also DLC. You can also buy them separately.
Yeah.
No.
To unlock them without unlocking them in game, but I don't know why you would do that unless it's
no. If you pre-order the game right there, you just get early unlocked, so you don't have to like play the story mode right there, or whatever, to actually unlock them. So
no. But I'm saying after the pre-order, you're gonna have to buy them if you don't want to play the story mode or whatever to unlock them.
Why would you buy them as DLC when you just play the story mode?
Yeah,
It makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense right there.
People usually just buy them for tournament stakes to speed it up. However, like, I like that ArcSys gives you the option to actually unlock them in game, so you can just play the story mode in order to have like that one character, that those two characters just playable to go.
Okay, it says, I think this is probably a good point right there to actually move on to the final topic of the night, which is going to be Street Fighter V, which is going to be the rumors right there, some Canada top 8, and then some wishlist stuff and stuff like that.
Alright, I have two things to say about Canada Cup. Dogra is the best. That's it.
Dogra is the best right there. And I actually would love to actually see freaking Go One's freaking Manat more right there. He actually could have maybe done better with probably Manat, but he probably felt Buki was a better choice against Dogra. But I was also like rooting for freaking Zanigatan. Fuck, I can't say his name correctly. I was rooting for like. I can't say his name. Okay, like the Zangief player, I was rooting for him right there because obviously I loved actually seeing Zangief right there. I wish he actually could have gone far, but he just got like outplayed by Durga easily. It says, and Durga definitely did play very well right there. How it is, and he definitely played some good like out of his mind right there. And it says. But some of the masters were definitely very hyped right there with how it is right there with that super by like the Geef player that basically made his setup nullified right there, during his setup nullified right there, and so the top 8 was actually pretty good in my opinion for that. It says, I don't remember any really more choices like that except for the Manat pick with that against Nukudu, which definitely shows that like he did not know the Manat matchup at all. Nukudu, did not know the Manat matchup at all, and he definitely got played hard, and that was probably a very good counter pick Guile, so he probably would have should have picked Armika against it, but I don't know what it would have done. Okay, let's so basically top 8 I believe was actually a pretty good top 8 right there. Nothing too amazingly like that, but I would say it was actually a pretty good top 8 for Canada Cup. Okay.
Yeah, pretty varied.
Okay. That was pretty good.
Okay, next we're gonna go with Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition, which was announced about a month or two back right there, which is going to be releasing with new characters, obviously, new big triggers, and probably V skills, and probably new critical arts. We don't know yet.
Ow, my ears.
What was that noise?
Yes.
You don't need to know. Ow.
Yep, which we don't know if they're going to be new There's probably going to be new V triggers. We don't know if it's going to be new V skills. We don't know if there's going to be a second critical art yet, which we'll find out.
You know what I want?
What?
You know what I want from Street Fighter 5 AE?
What do you want?
I need one thing from Capcom right now. They need... What the fuck is that noise? Holy shit.
Okay,
alright, anyway.
We need to add what the fuck's that noise. Okay.
Okay, alright. In terms of characters, they can add whoever the fuck they want. V-triggers, I don't care. Trigger dolls, I don't care. Changes for the game, I can't think of any because I don't play the game. Wishlist, I don't have a wish list. The only wish list I have is Street Fighter EX4. Is that ever going to happen? No. The closest thing is Arika. But that's only Arika. So...
And guess what?
Yeah.
And guess what? Q gets announced, and he's actually a fucking good character.
and I still won't play the games.
And guess what? Dante gets announced for Street Fighter 5.
Okay, I'm dropping that game immediately.
and guess what? It's
featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
And Knuckles. Okay. Can't forget about. Oh yeah, there you go. Guest character. Street Fighter 5 and Knuckles.
Okay.
There you go.
Actually, so good. Let's get back into the thing right there. Basically, V triggers right there. We don't know what V triggers they actually would do for the game right there because obviously we don't know what characters actually would use V trigger wise. We don't know. We don't know how they would actually change it because.
I think of it as like what's it called, Ultra 2s for super characters. Honestly, that's what I'm thinking. They're going to be very drastic changes to V triggers. Like Nikali, it's probably not going to for the second V trigger. It's definitely not going to be the fucking tribal transformation. It might be something completely different for all we know. Or like Ryu, maybe it's not Denjin mode. Maybe he goes evil Ryu mode or something like that. I don't know.
That could be right there.
That could.
Or like Ken, maybe he goes violent Ken mode or something. I don't know. They could do whatever the heck they want for V triggers. It's like so for speculation on V trigger. It all depends on how they would choose how they're gonna handle season 3 V triggers. For critical arts, I could care less because all it is another super, and yeah.
But the only thing is right there, we don't know if they're gonna try to actually do comboable supers, like everyone will have a super they can combo with, or they're gonna they're actually gonna try to mix things up and have non-comboable.
Actually, we've seen the new supers, haven't we?
We might have saw a couple right there. We don't know.
I think they were leaked, or was that the V triggers that were leaked?
There was probably some V triggers that were leaked right there, because
I don't think that was the V triggers because I do remember. Fang had this new super where he was walking around and just throwing around poison all over the screen.
I also saw that. I know M Bison, Dictator, actually has his Psycho Crusher move back again. So there's a possibility that obviously they're gonna get.
And apparently, I think if I remember, I just remember what I think it was Nikali's new critical art. I think it was literally Gamma Quake. I could be wrong on this.
No. That was probably a modder thing, like this mysterious mod.
Was it a mod? I think someone found it in the in-game files and showcased it here.
No. Like there's a modder right there called Killbox right there that mods it and makes a modded version of the game called the mysterious mod right there. It's basically like.
Oh yeah, I saw those videos.
Yeah. You're thinking something else because I don't believe they revealed any critical arts yet. Which they probably
is it this? Because that's what I'm trying to remember.
Why? What is this? I mean, this?
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is what you guys are talking about. Never mind.
Yeah. So that right there is like nothing right there. Okay.
Oh, okay, alright, never mind. I thought that was good shit. The fans are doing a better job than Capcom. Holy fuck.
Okay, so let's talk about some rumors that have been like going on right there. Obviously, right there, there's gonna be new freaking cosmetic items right there because it's Kira, who is a data miner right there. Like find out there was a bunch of new items for various characters like costumes and stuff like that.
The costumes, yeah.
Yes. Which he also like data mined right there. And he believes that
wasn't there a rumor that there's going to be 4 returning characters and the 2 new characters in Arcade Edition were guest characters?
That is the rumor for now. Basically, like Akira right there, who like is the data miner, said that Sagat is going to be one of the new characters. Sakura, and then one of the Salu characters right there is going to be a playable character too.
And Oro, I'm assuming, right?
Oro I don't believe is confirmed at all right there. I believe it was like rumored to be, but the
then I guess it might be Blanca. I guess because people have been wanting Blanca, so I guess that remaining character is Blanca then.
After right there, like people will probably like
hold up 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, so like those are the rumored characters right now for right there, and it's basically for the ex-Cure right there that has a Facebook and he also tweets things out, and he's been data mining a lot, and also like Sagat looks more true because on the Japanese Street Fighter official page right there was an accidental leak of a placeholder for Sagat's page that had like no.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to dip early, even though we're literally about to end. I have to go do a quick Karen. So it was nice catching you, stream. I'll see you guys next time whenever we do this. I gotta go. Later, guys.
Alright, see you, man.
See ya. Says,
where was I?
Says, we like it was like most likely confirmed that there's gonna be Sagat because he was leaked his page right there on the official Street Fighter 5 side was basically like was placeholder and actually was released online, but then it got taken down later right there because it obviously was not supposed to be up right there.
So it's pretty much confirmed. So
yeah, it's pretty much confirmed that Sagat's going to be in it, and he is like a requested fan, like a favorite character that people want Sagat in it.
Yeah.
So it says hopefully, I don't know how they would change Sagat out because obviously they're going to do like a lot of different things right there for Sagat right there. I'm guessing how they're going to Street Fighter fight him is that he probably have his critical art right there is probably going to be his Tiger Uppercut Super.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, and then he will probably have he would probably still have his Tiger Shots, I'm guessing, but his V Trigger would probably be his scar, scar where he actually his Tiger knees do more damage. I believe that's what I'm figuring there. And his
which move
is but basically in Street Fighter 4 he has an EX ability where he can do Tiger Scar, which he basically allows his next Tiger knee with it to do more damage.
Oh yeah, that move, yeah.
Yeah, which I believe that could be his V trigger right there to actually allow his moves to do more damage. Which
most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I prefer it right there, but I don't know how it's going to be changed right there, in the roster because obviously right there he's going to play definitely differently right there. How he is, he was more of a space control character with a decent okay rush down, but he was definitely a very space control type character.
Very similar to Gaia too. So
yeah, definitely similar to Gaia right there. He's actually more probably similar to a mixture of Gaia and Ryu right there because Ryu is he uses Sagat uses fundamentals right there like Ryu does, but he has zoning like Gaia because of his Tiger Shots. But it's a combination of the two because Sagat has better zoning right there, but he has to play like you in some sense, if you can get my drift, because he has to use fundamentals right
Mm-hmm.
there to like enter air right there, know how to actually properly post right there. But Guile right there can sit back right there, smoke booms right there, and it's like make sure you enter airs correctly right there, how to do it. So I think that it's gonna be playing like that maybe. I don't know if it's gonna be playing like Street Fighter 5 by you and Guile. We don't know yet. It says, but obviously he's that right there. Sakura right there be interesting right there, because obviously Sakura would be a perfect fit because she fucking juggles for days in Street Fighter 4.
She does.
But that requires a meter, so we don't know if she's going to have meter relating to that. And we don't know how her V trigger is going to be. Her V trigger could be Dark Sakura maybe. Which would be,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would Zach. We could definitely be interesting for it. We says, but we don't know if. What says? I think that her EX Tatsu right there, which in Street Fighter 4 launches right there, so she can juggle. She probably will have that move back in again, from what I'm figuring. But she would probably be more like. Says, I'm trying to think of a character that has. She has to play footsies.
Like what?
She has footsies with juggles right there. Basically, she is a somewhat of a combination of a. But basically, she gets the hit confirm. Maybe she's going to be something like similar to Kami and Akuma, I believe. Probably
Kami and Akuma, eh? Huh.
Yeah, because Kami, like, she has to buffer right into moves right there to actually do it right there. And Akuma right there has, okay fireballs, not amazing, but Sakura has okay fireballs. So I think it's gonna be a combination of those two characters, from what I'm thinking right there. Because Kami right there, if you can freaking hit like buffer the things right there to hit confirm, that actually probably be the best situation right there. Because I think that probably the two of the characters that should be the closest thing to right there. And for other characters, Oro, we don't know if he's going to be confirmed, but he'd be.
We're not sure yet.
Yeah, we're not sure yet. Oro, like it says, I think that if he is in the game with it, his V trigger will probably be his third critical art, which is with
all the items around him.
Yeah, items right there. He has a mini Ouroboros, I'm guessing, and that he allows him to couple. So I actually think that will be his V trigger. He will have his V skill right there. Will probably his maybe his projectile. Maybe no, I don't think it's projectile. I think maybe his.
But his V skill.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably will get a new V skill most likely. I don't know.
Yeah.
Said, but I think that he would be played similar to. Obviously, he's going to be he would be played similar to Guy. He will have Guile movesets, but I think he's going to be something similar to Fang, but with Guile DP right there. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a mixture of Guile and Fang. But with the other characters, we don't know the other characters yet.
We're not sure yet, so.
Yeah. But characters I wish for, if they're going to have if the rumors are going to be true where they add 4 legacy characters and 2 neo characters, obviously I would say want Q for the game right there, but obviously they're probably going to add someone from Street Fighter 2 most likely. So I think I'm thinking maybe E Honda probably could be a good fit.
E Honda? Well, I want to say like maybe Blanca,
Blanca probably be more likely choice right there, but obviously right there people I think Blanca would probably be the best, probably that's one. Or maybe Fei Long. Fei Long could actually be a good choice.
Fei Long? That too,
Fei Long. It's probably going to be between E Honda, Fei Long, and maybe T Hawk.
T Hawk?
That's what the case. So obviously, there's only there's one real grappler, which is Zangief, and then there's combo grapplers, which is Alex and Abigail. And because Abigail is obviously a combination like grabber, and Alex is a combination one too with his mix-ups. Zangief is is the grappler in the game, obviously. And then there's other characters with command grabs, which is basically like Claw, Nakali right there, and
Loa.
Oh yeah, also forget about Birdie. But Birdie.
Almika.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Armika is like definitely like a rust down grappler too. While Zangief is more of a footsie based grappler. Yeah. So we don't know. Yes, and obviously with the new characters right there, probably one of the doll characters most likely.
Can I do my wish list? My wish list?
Sure, that's fine. Right?
I guess I'm gonna do like 3. The first one's gonna be Guy.
Okay, yeah. Actually, no, I don't see Guy making it in the game because of Zeku.
Really? I don't know, man. I think like both of them are gonna be like, what's the word? Like different from each other, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely do see that, but I don't think Guy's gonna be in the game. That's because, like, since he's supposed to be Guy's master, so they're gonna be playing very similar to each other. So I actually don't.
Okay, that's true, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They could do it anyways, so I don't know.
Says unless they actually change the playstyle, like much right there, like how like Ryu and like Ken are right there, because obviously they're definitely different right there how they play, but it says they play something like I know Zeku and Guy have very similar like move sets right there between the games. So
yeah, they do.
So I don't know if like Guy would probably be a choice right there, because if they would have bought one of the Guy right there, they probably would have picked Guy most likely.
I guess. Let's see. For my second character, I would love to see Walento back.
Walento, yeah, I think that he was a fan favorite right there, and he would be definitely interesting in how to do it right there. And I would say that his Ultra One would probably be his Ultra One would probably be his critical art, and his V Trigger would probably be his Ultra 2. I'm guessing.
Is V skill? You say?
No, V Trigger. Like he.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then he can combo formats too, right there. So if he hit acid right there, he can get a free combo format, because that actually is a pretty freaking actually interesting thing. Which I think that Walento would probably be a cool character to actually do it in this game.
That would be pretty sick.
Okay, what do you think about the last character? Your last pick.
I really want Hugo to be back in this game.
Yeah, it says Hugo is. I actually would like to see Hugo too, but with Abigail, I think that'd be a low chance. That's because Abigail's in the game.
Well,
I did say it's a no chance, but I think it's just a low chance because but I actually do like Hugo, because Hugo is an awesome design. I actually would really like Hugo back in the game, because Hugo's just freaking pretty cool. But I think that he has a low chance to actually be in the game because of Abigail.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but you don't know what Capcom's gonna do,
Yeah, we don't know what Capcom's gonna do. So anything else you want to add in, or we probably should have start signing off right here? Do you think?
I think that's it for now.
Okay, well, this is Team Area Combos here, and I am flying high.
I'm Shaco Man.
And we had Barzhad.
And the other guys left pretty soon. So
yep. We will see you next time with that, and we probably will have more news about it probably in the next couple of weeks. We will see you then. See you guys, and have a nice day.
All right, see you guys.